to complete the process for us, we're sampling immediately after blending. The most traditional and the one that we're using is core sampling. If you're taking a core sample, you've got an operator that physically can see that they've taken a full core sample through the entire height of the vessel that the bulk material is in, and it's just less susceptible to any kind of mechanical interferences. We're using multiple spears, and then that becomes the bulk sample that will get further blended and divided down to a manageable lab-sized sample. From there, it goes to the lab. If the material is being witnessed, you'll divide a sample out into multiple replicates so that you can have potentially a reserve sample. You can have an umpire sample that's held and sealed in the case that the laboratories don't agree on the analysis, and a customer may want to have a sample. These are examples of fully prepared powders that have been blended, homogenized, sampled, and they look fairly uniform, but they are actually comprised of two very different things. They're comprised of small particles of very dense metals and then very light non-metallics. They're not necessarily as uniform as they appear. So to kind of illustrate that, what I have two materials. These are both uniform in terms of size, but there's a big difference in the density. This is lead shot, and then the other is borax. I'm going to take the two and I'm going to simulate putting them into a blender. And we'll use roughly equal portions. So now we've got, very much like normal sweeps, we've got very heavy metallics and then fairly light non-metallic materials. And we'll go through a typical, blending cycle. Material's fully homogeneous, and then we're going to take and we'll transfer it into the drum that we're going to ultimately sample. And what you can start to see, even after the blending process, you can see stratification of the lead that, even though it's blended, is not perfectly uniform. So this is where core sampling is going to help to mitigate the segregation that's still here.